So in this session we will see what are the laws of static friction and laws of dynamic friction. So first law is friction force always acts opposite to that in which the body tends to move. So for example, if a body tends to right hand side direction or along the positive x-axis direction, the frictional force will develop opposite to the direction of motion. If the body tries to move in negative x-axis direction, the frictional force developed will be in the positive x-axis direction. This is the first law of static friction. Next, the friction is equal to the horizontal force or horizontal component of force which tend to move the body. So what this is explained is, so body is in static position. Let us take this is kept over a surface. So this is the force with which it is pulled. This is the force P which is pulling this body in this direction. Let us take this is the frictional force developed. So limiting frictional force F maximum that can develop is equal to 50 kilonewton. Let us assume it is 50 kilonewton. If I apply 10 kilonewton, the frictional force developed is 10 kilonewton. Now if I increase the force to 20 kilonewton, the frictional force developed is equal to 20 kilonewton. If I increase it to 30, the frictional force developed is equal to 50. Sorry, 30. If I increase it to 50, the frictional force developed is equal to 50. This is the maximum value. Up to that, the applied load increases, the frictional force increases. The applied load increases, frictional force increases. If I make it 55, but again this will remain 50 only because it is the maximum limiting value. Beyond this, the frictional force will not develop. If I apply a force of 55 kilonewton, the body tends to start to move. The frictional force is equal to the horizontal force or horizontal component of force which tends to move the body. See here what is happening. If the frictional, if applied force or the force that is tending to move the body is equal to 10 kilonewton, the frictional force developed was 10 kilonewton. If it was made to 20, the frictional force will become 20. So see here, the horizontal component or the component which is tending to move the body in horizontal direction, that component value and the frictional force value will be same, up to which, up to this limiting friction. If the force exceeds beyond this limiting friction, the body starts to move. Then this is not a static condition, this is a dynamic condition. So in static condition, the friction is equal to the horizontal component of the horizontal force or horizontal component of force which tend to move the body. Next, third one is coefficient of friction is a constant value. So this I have already explained in my previous video. While explaining coefficient of friction only, I have said that coefficient of a friction when the body is in static condition will be same. Coefficient of friction is a constant value. Friction depends upon the roughness of the contact surface. More the rough surface, more will be this frictional value. Smooth the surface, less will be the frictional value. Next, last one is friction is independent of area of contact between two surfaces. So for this wooden block, if I take a 3D view of this wooden block, this is how the wooden block looks like. So this is placed over a surface. So the contact area, this is the whole, this area, it's this whole area is the contact area between surface and the body. So this is the frictional force is independent of contact surface area of the contact surface. Friction is independent of contact in between the two surfaces. area of contact, whatever may be the contact area. Let us take the contact area is of 3 meter square, even it becomes 4 meter square, or even it becomes 10 meter square also, the friction will not change, the frictional value will remain same. So the friction is independent of a contact surface, but it depends on the roughness between the contact surface and the body. Now let us next see what are the laws of dynamic friction. In dynamic friction, first four things remain same. That is, friction force is always acts opposite. The friction is equal to the horizontal force. The coefficient of friction will remain constant. Friction depends upon the roughness of the contact surface. Up to these four laws remain same, but only the fifth law is added in this laws of dynamic friction. What is that? The friction is a constant up to a moderate speed. When the speed increases, the friction decreases. Okay. For example, let us take a rough surface here. Okay. Let us take a ball here. Okay. If I try to move this ball with some moderate speed, for example, 10 kilometer per hour, this ball will start to rotate, will start to move like this. It will climb up again, climb down, go down, climb up, goes down, climbs up, goes down. So in this way, what is happening? It is the friction is more, right? It is climbing up and going down. If I increase the speed to some 100 kilometers per hour, what happens? The ball will skip these drops. So indirectly from here it will start to move like this. Okay, the roughness, there is a decrease in roughness. The effect of roughness decreases with the increase in the speed, because of which the friction is a constant up to a moderate speed. When the speed increases, the friction decreases. Okay, on a over a rough surface, if the body starts to move with the higher speeds, the frictional value will keeps on reducing there. But up to a moderate speed, there is no decrement in friction. The friction will remain same there. So these are the laws of dynamic friction. Static friction and laws of static friction and the laws of dynamic friction. The difference between those two is only the point number 5. Remember this. And with this, all the theory portion of friction is over. Next, let us go for the numericals over these friction.